Love that delayed hit. Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got a brand new music video reaction/review coming at you today, and this one is for Secret Time by Spica, so let's jump right in and check it out. Here we go. This is cool. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen their logo on stuff.
Secret time, we don't need you, boy. Oh, what you want? 어느 때보다 더 은밀한 비밀스러운 것들만해. This is real. 여름밤의 groove now.
Interesting mix of some vintage tones and 80s, a little bit. I do like that kind of bit crushed sound that's dominating too. Nice tight harmonies. Alright, that's cool. Really well orchestrated and arranged. Really like her voice. This definitely reminds me of like some SHINee songs from like a couple years back. Similar production and arranging. Okay, it just got a lot cooler. Oh, I wish they would have kept up that intensity that they built there. Love that delayed hit. Oh, and then it ends kind of abruptly. I do like that though, because a couple more repetitions of that might have gotten to be too much. So that was very good arranging. Well, that was a pretty interesting track. The chorus and the tight harmonies and the vocals were definitely the strong point. Obviously, when people talk about Spica, they come up in conversations a lot about their vocals and being really good. So I think they did live up to that in this song. Definitely had some nice vocal elements going on. They could have maybe had some more ad-libs with some really high sort of soaring leads with harmonies backing it really closely. But then again, in a song like this with a little more laid-back, groovy feel, that might have been a little too much and it might have gotten a little diva vocally where it's like they were over-singing everything. So I do think that the balance they achieved here was very good. And the parts that they did have, I think their attention to detail really showed off their vocals in kind of a subtle way, rather than just, you know, singing runs all over the place everywhere, which can, of course, get to be annoying and kind of a mess. So cool stuff here. It does aesthetically remind me a little bit of some of the SHINee stuff, like on the Dream Girl album, just that kind of groove, some of the kind of video game sounding synthesizers. I think some of those tracks were produced for SHINee by Hitchhiker. I doubt he had anything to do with this, but if he did, that would actually make a lot of sense to me, because Obviously it wasn't a copy, it just kind of reminded me of that aesthetic and sort of overall chord structure and tonal texture, which is something that I really like when SHINee's done it that way in the past, and I think Spica pulled it off really well here too. So let's jump back in, analyze it some more, and I'll try to point out some of those things as we're listening. Here we go. Are they actually on CJ like as a label and not just as a distributor? Because I don't recall seeing that logo, even though CJ distributes lots of other smaller labels' music, so I'll have to look that up after.
Secret time, we don't need you, boy. Oh, what you want? 어느 때보다 더 은밀한 비밀스러운 것들만해. This is real.
Definitely a very clean sound. You know, there's a lot of layers going into it, a lot of different tonal textures, but still very cohesive. I do like that about it. And then here they kind of change the texture, they add some harmonies, but then there's that bit crushed kind of synth sound. Yeah, you can tell their strength is really in those like tight vocal harmony parts. Love that delayed hit. I don't know if that's like a technical term, but it's kind of a push-pull thing. I think I've mentioned that before with music, but very cool stuff.
Oh, is we live? 하룻밤에 good to know. Good.
I like the low end of her voice, as I mentioned before, that sort of lower register sounds really cool.
또 다른 세계 stage, 계속 더
You notice this song has kind of an active bass line as well. It's moving around a lot, kind of playing around the chord changes rather than just anchoring them in the root note every single time. Definitely something I like as well. Gives the song a lot more complexity, really gives it some drive, some movement. I really like the drum sounds too. You know, definitely electronic, a little bit like 80s, 90s influence. But, you know, didn't use the generic dubstep snare that every single person uses, that type of thing. They did use kind of a cool mix of drum sounds that fit in the context of this song.
Secret time, we don't need you, boy.
I kind of hate that part though. I wish they would have kept up that kind of dark, mysterious, intense section that they built in the beginning of the bridge there and continued that through into the last chorus instead of kind of dumping all the intensity off in this part and then kind of sliding into the last chorus. I think they really could have made that like an emotional and dynamic high point had they continued with that intense part and just built right into the last chorus. One thing I'm noticing after I listen to this a couple more times, the vocal mix, they sound absolutely great, but the actual vocal mix was maybe a little tiny bit cluttered at times. I think it could have been cleaned up just a little bit to fit everybody in. Maybe some more careful EQing, maybe some EQing that's actually automated to come in when there's overlap, or just some more automated level writing. You know, really, really picky stuff, but I think they maybe could have done a little bit more of that to really supplement the fact that their voices sound really good as is. So overall, I really like the track. I think it was very well produced, except the couple of little things I just pointed out. And as far as the songwriting goes, you know, there wasn't anything wrong with it. I just wish that they would have gone in a little bit different direction, but of course, that's just a personal preference thing. And I'll definitely be looking out for this group and seeing what they come out with in the future. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.